Hey, how's it going? It's Michael McAllister with Empower Funnels, as well as a current producing loan officer and a lead generation specialist. Today I want to talk to you about hiding the salesperson. What is it? Why is it important? How do you do it? And how are the biggest companies in the world doing the exact same thing, okay? Hiding the salesperson is not a new concept, right? If you have generated leads on Facebook before, then you've used community pages as a way to generate leads. Why? Because John, the loan officer, does not generate leads quite the same way as Dallas's home buyers resource, right? And so basically the idea is creating a third uninterested party in order to create the perception of this just being a resource that you can inquire to and it dishes out to whoever, right? Like most people understand that they're inquiring on a lead a lead. They're inquiring as a lead at the point that they fill in their information. Most people understand that, but there's just some psychological barrier to submitting that information directly to a salesperson versus submitting it to a third party who then hands that off to a salesperson. And that's why internet leads convert at such a low rate. Like 3 to 5% is good for internet lead conversion. And why is that? Well, it's because people don't go online to talk to a salesperson. People go online to get information. And so what it is you're promising information in exchange for their contact information, and you've got to deliver on that. But they're a lot less likely to do that if they think you're a salesperson. And so that's why you hide the salesperson. So that's what and why, right? Examples. What are some examples of hiding the salesperson in real world application? Well, first off, I told you about Facebook pages, right? That's obvious. But I don't do Facebook lead generation. Everything I do is around Google AdWords. And so what is hiding the salesperson in the context of Google AdWords and in the context of multi-million-dollar lead generation companies? Well, for one thing, one example would be Zillow, right? Zillow is not the loan officer that you talk to when you submit your information to them, right? We all know that. Zillow is basically a lead distributor. And so Zillow is a prime example of how somebody can create a brand around this third uninterested party and leverage that to gather mortgage leads, okay? So Zillow is one, but let's talk about one that's a little bit less obvious. Have you ever heard of lowermybills.com? Lowermybills.com is a website that's out there. Check it out, lowermybills.com. It's a lead generation website basically for people that are looking to refinance their mortgage. So lowermybills.com is owned by none other than Quicken Loans, one of the biggest lead generation companies in the country, right? Or in the world even. And so Quicken Loans owns lowermybills.com. They're doing it, right? Zillow has a mortgage brokerage now, but that came after their disinterested third party was created of Zillow. This is what the biggest companies and lead generation are doing and how it is that they're able to generate leads at a fraction of the cost that most people's websites can, right? So how do you hide the salesperson and leverage this to your advantage? Well, first off, you got to buy the domain. This sounds a lot more complicated than it is. GoDaddy is a good place to start. Namecheap is a little bit more technical but cheaper. But I would probably recommend GoDaddy because step number 2 is to host WordPress on your domain. But how do you choose your domain? Okay, domain names, real easy in this space because there's not a lot of people out there buying them. Try blankmortgageconnection.com, blank home loan help, homeloanhelp.com, home loan resource, right? Whatever it is, okay? Those are all examples. What do the blanks represent? Well, the blanks represent your limits geographically, right? And so what I would recommend is that you do this based on population, right? If you live in a very densely populated area like Dallas or New York City or San Diego or LA or whatever, then localize this as far as you want to, right? But if you live in a place like Idaho, and your biggest market is Boise, right? Which I'm sure you've never heard of, but that's where I'm from. If that's your biggest market, then you probably don't want to do that, right? You probably want to stick to something like Idaho or Arkansas or whatever, right? Dallas down here. Okay, so buy that domain, host WordPress on it. You could do this in one step at GoDaddy. GoDaddy has like a $9.95 package that has a simplified WordPress hosting included with that. So I would recommend, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to GoDaddy, start doing some reading, or hit me up at one of my channels I'll talk about later. Okay? So GoDaddy, go to GoDaddy, buy your domain, host WordPress on it, then create your landing page. You guys can use Instapro, lead pages, ClickFunnels, or if you want to get technical, honestly, now that you have a hosted WordPress solution, all of those landing page generators are just basically WordPress, right? So you can actually get WordPress plugins that are page generators and that are free. So you can actually get those and remove lead pages, ClickFunnels, or any of those out of the equation. That's what we do at Empower Funnels. So that is possible if you want to do that. So check that solution out too. But either way, you create a landing page, host it on your WordPress site, start running ads to it, and you're good to go. That's how you hide the salesperson. My name is Michael McAllister, once again, founder of Empower Funnels. Please check out the links in the description below to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the above. Look forward to talking to you soon.